Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Gil here, and welcome to our afternoon session. If you can see me clearly, please go ahead and confirm in the GoToWebinar control panel. Type it in the questions portion. That way we can get off to a rolling start. We got an action-packed day today, and based on some of the feedback from our group coaching and where they are in updating their websites, the biggest priority and concern is how to structure their offers or to have something to display on their blog site, right? This week, our goal is to launch some paid traffic to drive people onto our website or blogs and start getting subscribers. Our first goal, 1,000 subscribers that we can pick up via free marketing and paid marketing strategies. Okay, we do have business clients as well as those that are leaning towards or have the ability to do paid marketing. Okay, those of you that had saved some money set aside for your business project or business venture, people that have been setting something aside for a future project, and and some of you just got lucky. Random cash influx here in the last 30 45 days. Some funny stories that I get to hear from my one-on-one consultations, and absolutely fantastic. Now, at the end of the day, before you do any paid marketing, please have a conversation with us or post it inside of our forum so that we can make some recommendations or at least point you in the right direction. For example, one of our group members, Kyle, is going to be doing solo ads. Lauren had a nice segment yesterday on what are solo ads. And again, there are a ton of vendors out there. So we want to put you in touch with the vendors that have a track record for being able to generate income from the list of subscribers that they will drive onto your website. And some of them have actually a fantastic track record of helping people transition from where they currently are at this point in their life, whether they're part-time or full-time elsewhere, and being able to build a full-time income online via a blog or an income producing website. So if you can hear me okay, please go ahead and confirm. Lauren, kindly do a mic test and type in the comments if you are good to go for today's session, or go ahead and jump in and do a mic test while I view some of the confirmations on today's session. And let me pull up some really important updates for you guys as well if you were not on our session last night. What's up, Lauren?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. Looking sharp
Good.
and lovely as always. How are things going on your end?
Very good. Just making the kiddos lunch because they're on spring break.
Ah, got it. So they'll be hanging out with you for a while, it sounds like. What have
Yep.
we got for today's session? Give us a quick snapshot for those that are going to be joining us and just hopped on live for the first time. That way they know what to expect and can hang on and get through our important updates.
Yeah, so continuing on with solo ads. So yesterday was an introduction so you guys can understand what a solo ad is. And then today we're going to be talking about what to do for pre-screening and figuring out what list you want to go ahead and move forward with.
Nice. I like that, right? So obviously, if you are in the home gardening niche, you are not going to purchase a solo ad from a blogger or a website that specializes in video games. It's just not
You got it.
related, right? And sometimes you Google solo ads, you find the first one, you're thinking, hey, Lauren and Gil said to buy a solo ad, so you bought the solo ad, right? So any paid marketing, if you are in our group coaching, we do have recommended vendors, and that would help save you time and a lot of money in the long run as well. Okay, so we got that going up for today's session. Let me get through some important updates here for our group. If you were not on our training session last night, we had a nice little game planning session at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. There are some major, major, major updates that you need to get brought up to speed on what is going on with regards to the website, the income producing website we are building around, and your target market on how you can monetize and other options for you to other revenue streams that you can build via this website. Okay, so couple things. If you are not already inside of our forum, and this is for those that are part of our accountability group and our group coaching students, okay, we do have a members only forum on Facebook. Okay, you have to be a part of our group coaching and our accountability group in order to gain access to that, because we do upload swipe files, vendor lists, and some tips that go on there as well. So some people are really active on Facebook, and that's where we, place all of some of the killer juicy content. And so there is a post that we had typed in. Let me go ahead and just share this one here on some of the latest updates. And this applies especially to those of you that are part of our group coaching and have already gone through some of the certification that we provide. And little mini short courses. So some of the biggest updates that we are going to roll out this year, okay, is that we are specifically targeting a market that is conditioned and puts a ton of money into online marketing, SEO, social media, driving traffic, lead generation. So you're going to be dealing with prospects, with markets that are already buying and searching for the content and training that you will be placing on your respective blog sites. If you are in the same space as I am, which is how to build an online income or how to build a website that is income producing, right? And I can tell you, every entrepreneur and business owner, right? They are in business to turn a profit. Okay. This is the type of training they are looking for. So we've rolled out some major updates this year. A couple of which are the following. We're going to be targeting business owners, okay? And these, again, it's an ideal market as opposed to dealing with subscribers or people that are, I would say, not very realistic when it comes to their expectation, where they're hoping the one course that they had purchased is going to make them $1 million, or it's an overnight get rich quick uh, scheme or pitch. Okay. As much as I love having customers that, that purchase from us on a regular basis and subscribe to our stuff, I want to deal with I want to be working with a subscriber that has realistic expectations, but most importantly, applies the content and training that we are talking about, right? If you plant seeds and you water them, they got good soil, they get good sunlight, they'll grow. Just like a website, if you plant the website, get your domain name and hosting set up, if you continue to water it by entering posts on a regular basis, over time, your website will grow, your subscriber will grow, and put you in a position to not only gain fruit and flowers, but start producing an online revenue stream or an online income. All right. And it just so happens business owners are an ideal target market. They're looking for this stuff all the time. So we are going to be targeting and setting up specific campaigns for business owners. That's one. Number two, every 90 days, we are going to cycle and have a live event. Okay. And we're not talking rinky dink workshop at a restaurant with like 5 people. We're talking a major workshop catering to professionals from not only local, but around the world. The workshops itself, the topics are going to revolve around internet marketing. It's going to involve offline marketing. It's going to cover how to tap into major media strategies. And of course, business owners are looking for support when it comes to outsourcing and virtual assistants. They also are looking for certain legal and tax benefits, making sure your company is structured the right way. For example, if you have X type of LLC as opposed to another, you may be missing out or getting hit by a whole lot more taxes simply because you forgot to check or fill out the right form or establish your company or LLC a certain way. So again, content that every business owner and entrepreneur that should be studying and going through anyway. And it's going to cycle every 90 days. Now, what does that mean for you as somebody that is promoting and putting together a website about online marketing, traffic, SEO, social media? Every 90 days, you have a nice little cycle where you can rebuild or relaunch and re-promote an evergreen and ongoing event. It's not just a hard copy course, but an actual live workshop. And I can tell you, from those of us that have gone through the workshop, and it's absolutely fantastic. And there are international participants coming in as well. So please make sure that you take the time to go into the forum and access the video replay. It is really, really important. And these are one of the rare and few times where I will actually tell you to watch a particular replay with certain updates. Okay, so definitely check that out. Now, Lauren and Steve Clutch from our group are going to be touching base with our members inside of the forum to make sure you had actually viewed and checked it out. And if you have any questions, we will cover and address those on the next live session or in the form of an email. Cool. Let me check the comments right now to make sure that is clear. How did you change the order of your pages? I'll cover that a little bit here today. Patrick Kane says, yep, Pat, I will be attending the next workshop myself. So if you're going to be coming out, let me know. If some of you guys will be sending people from your company, from your side, if you have any referrals or clients that's coming to the workshop, let me know. We'll put a nice little group together, and I'll make sure that we all get to hang out and we'll go from workshop to workshop. It'll be a nice little field trip, and they're taken care of, and they're not like a bunch of lost sheep running around with their chicken head cut off. Kelvin says, thank you. Awesome. Yes, I'm in the forum, but I have to locate the pages. Kelvin, if you go inside of the forum, it's the main post on the very top. So you don't have to look very hard. You just have to go directly into the forum, and you'll be able to access and see the very first post with the video. And for some of you that are still not clear on the marketing strategies that we are going to implement, how this website links to other products and events that we're going to be promoting, this is going to outline everything for you and give you a clear overview of how it's all going to work and be laid out. Patrick Kane says that would be sweet. Awesome. And that way, again, we can all catch up and hang out. So that is the major update that I had here for the group. Lauren, you got your slides up. I will be reviewing a couple of things today. How I reordered the pages to make it nice and organized. I'll take you into the back office on how I did that. And also, I'm putting together our very first packages that we're going to be adding here onto the website, so that you do have something that you can start offering in the form of group coaching or other marketing and services. Now, if you are in a different niche, that is okay. All right. Use this as a template so that the price points that we have on there are tested price points. There's a reason why we picked those, right? So technically, those are the price points that I would recommend you go with or test first. And then when it comes to the features of the respective packages, just swap them out so that it's relevant to your industry or niche. Again, it's a guide, it's a template. You can swipe it if you're in the same niche, which is how to make money online, how to generate an income blogging, or produce an income generating website. Lauren, without any delay, go ahead and I will transfer the presenter status to you, so we can jump into our training today for our business and professional clients that we cater to on these 12 noon sessions. Bingo.
Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Okay, you guys can see my screen?
Yes, I can see it loud and clear. We got backup recordings going on. You're good to go.
Perfect. Awesome. So kind of what we touched base yesterday was an overview of what a solo ad is. For anybody who missed that session, it's basically, if you've ever been on a website and there's an opt-in form to say, hey, join my newsletter or something like that. We use an example, like if you're a bird lover, there's a bird lover newsletter. So basically, people that find that, they go in, they opt in, they're on their newsletter. Well, what a solo ad is talking to the person who owns that list and seeing if they will send out an email to their entire list of subscribers with your offer. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what a solo ad is. So, you know, we talked about yesterday what compiles a successful solo ad. 60% is the actual list that you choose. Then it's your offer, and then it's the actual email. So today we're going to be spending on what you need to think about when it goes into choosing a list. So basically there's three types of lists. Your list, which is your subscribers, which is definitely what a goal is, you know, by building our website. As Gil talks about, our goal is to have 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. So that's you're building your list, which is awesome. And that's obviously all of your targeted traffic. Now, you definitely can start leveraging other people's lists to get people to join your list. And that's where a solo ad and other strategies come in. So from there, there's other types of lists, which is a response list, which is basically somebody's opt-in. Somebody chose to either get a sales offer or sign up for a newsletter or some sort of option on their website where somebody chose to give somebody else their email address and be added onto a list. The third type is a compiled list. Oops, not a complied list. Spelling error there. Anywho's, so a compiled list is basically, you know, somebody puts together records, you know, if they're public records or something like that, but somebody didn't chose to join that list. It's just, you know, kind of taken from different things. And those ones you want to stay away from. They're garbage. They're not targeted. People did not choose to be added onto that list. So definitely make sure that you don't look at any compiled lists. And then, let's see, with that being said, so how to pre-screen a potential list. The best thing is to call them. Yes, we all definitely like working on the computer, but when you're pre-screening and talking to a potential list that you're interested in the solo ad, it's best to try to get a hold of them on the phone. If they don't have a phone number or something, obviously, then you need to go through email. But definitely try to have that conversation. The biggest thing is you want to build a relationship with whoever the list owners are for your solo ads. You know, the more partnership and camaraderie you guys build, you'll definitely see a lot better outcomes from your solo ads. So then,
I'll just chime in on that one real quick, Lauren. When it comes to now, I am in the business of automation and outsourcing. Again, our goal is to have a website that is income producing, but not have it be a time suck where we're now 12 hours just staring at our website. Now, when you first start out, I always recommend you test your offers and your packages. And I'm going to give you guys some sample packages that you can modify or directly implement and start offering them on your particular websites. Why talk to people first? Lauren gave you some killer bullet points. And I want to build on that here by letting you know that you're going to hear frequently asked questions from each of these leads from your prospects. And those frequently asked questions, you're going to start to compile and take into account, right? That way you can update your website so that you can create videos or compile them in a frequently asked section underneath your offer or the course or the particular product. So over time, you can slowly automate it and cover a lot of the little frequently asked questions, the stuff that pops up anyway. And by the time you get on the phone, you are now dealing with an even higher quality lead, and you can work your way up to the big ticket offers where you may start out at a smaller price point, $7 for an ebook, up to the point you are offering 10, 20, 30, 40,000 type of big ticket items via your website. But if you don't start out small and understand what the concerns of your target market are, it's very difficult to sell a big ticket item, right? If you can't explain the $7 item and you know it by heart and you have that confidence and sincerity, there's really no way you're going to have a lot of confidence in promoting or talking about, let alone try to sell someone on a 40,000 or a big ticket item. Does that make sense? So eventually you will be able to automate that process. That's one of the biggest challenge that Steve Clutch is facing right now. He had a killer week last week. I think 7 new signups off of his YouTube videos into his entry-level program, right? But he's on the phone with everybody. And I was like, look, now that you've tested it, you got to automate the process a little bit. Start to put those questions onto your website, do a video, or answer it in the form of an automated forum which you guys can check out for those of you that are pretty savvy already on the internet. Zendesk is one of them, or just compile those questions. All right. So it really is important that you establish that foundation so that you can start to build up and have a healthy vertical. Go ahead, Lauren.
Exactly. So that's why we're saying, hey, start the relationship, call them first, put in your time on the front end. Once you have the relationship going, then awesome. It's on autopilot and you don't need to spend all your time, pre-screening and all that aspect because you did it and you put in your time at the beginning. So great point there. And then also kind of just tying in, that's definitely what I work with all the business owners in my accountability group is, hey, we're building a business, not a job. So all of these things that we're talking about, putting it on autopilot, yeah, you're going to do it at the beginning, but eventually it's all going to be on autopilot and you don't have to spend your time doing all this stuff. Your business is running itself, which is definitely the goal that we're all working towards.
Let me see if I can get an example here on how that would look, Lauren. So keep going. I'll
Mhm.
just,
Yep,
jump in as soon as I have an example. Somebody here was asking for an
perfect. Mhm.
example.
Awesome. So part of so initially when you're on the phone pre-screening somebody, or even at that part before you even call them, look at, does the list owner have their own in-house products, whatever their niche might be. I can say bird lovers. So anyway, so if it's the bird lovers newsletter that we talked about last time, look on it. Is there something that they offer for sale right now? So does it seem like there's any product sales in that regard? So definitely look if they have their own in-house things. And then, do they have a newsletter? So there's different ways. They might only have a list because they're selling offers. They don't have a newsletter. So they're not both hand in hand. So you just want to look at those different aspects. Are there products for sale? Are there a newsletter? Are there both? Then the questions, once you have a feel of that, when you're talking to them, then ask, are there similar companies to yours that are already advertising to their list? That being said, if it's for bird lovers and I'm trying to, get some interest for my local bird club, then hey, are there other bird clubs that are already advertising? So that's just something that's very good for me to be aware. And in this case, competition is actually a good thing because if there's other local bird clubs that are advertising for this bird lovers newsletter, then chances are they're getting a response which tells me, hey, this might actually be a good investment for myself. um, then what you want to just be aware of, then are there similar offers? So similar companies are a good thing. Similar offers, same thing. It's not exactly a bad thing, but just keep in mind if you guys are both, let's say if it's a fitness magazine and somebody's advertising, I know Gil talks a lot about kettlebells, balls. Anyways, so if that's what you're doing but somebody else might be doing yoga, hey, well, it's both health and fitness. You guys would both apply your similar companies, but then look down, are you both offering kettlebells, or is one person doing yoga, the other person's doing that? So those are just different things to look at, and definitely talk to the list owner about that aspect. And like I said, competition isn't bad, you just should be aware of it. And then also keep in mind, for the most part, the solo ad is not a one-time advertising solution. It's an ongoing. I know that they say that you have to make contact with somebody like 7 times before they'll actually start to purchase from you. So definitely don't think of a solo ad as a one-time thing. And many times when you're talking to a list owner, they'll actually give you a discount for bulk. So it might be a weekly, solo ad that you place, a monthly, something like that, but definitely having an ongoing relationship. Let's see, pretty much solo ad gold is to get an endorsed email from their list. So that means that they're saying, hey, Lauren's Bird Club is so fantastic. It's definitely something that you should check out. So kind of like that, where they're endorsing you versus just sending an email out saying, check out this bird club kind of a thing. So there's a different kind of endorsed aspect with that. Now, keep in mind that usually they're not going to test a new offer. They only want proven offers. A lot of time with endorsed, it might have a joint venture thing on the back end of it. Um, so just keep in mind, a lot of times they're not likely to want to try new offers or new people with that. They also expect reciprocation, which means, well, they want you to turn around and advertise to your list, but if you're new, you don't have a list. So kind of just keep that in mind with that. Also, a lot of times the really good solo ad ones, they only work with exclusive network, and they all kind of market to each other. But guess what? You want the endorsed email. Those are kind of the, oh, why it can't work for you. But guess what? You can buy your way in a lot of times. So definitely the cost goes up with that. But like we said, if you really know your targeted solo ads, people are getting fantastic results with it. And even like I mentioned yesterday, if it's a break-even point, that's okay, because basically you added a whole lot of new subscribers to your list for free if it ended up being a break-even. And a lot of it, like we said, the fortune's in the follow-up. So it's definitely, people are getting great responses with solo ads. More selection tips for your ad. Buyers lists are the best. So that wouldn't necessarily apply to my bird lover scenario with that. But depending, like in the health and fitness, if they know certain email lists that they have, that these people are actively buying the lists that go out to the solo ads, those ones are a fantastic list. Typically they're going to cost more, but you also get a much higher response rate. So with buyer lists, see if they've bought a similar list or a similar item recently, and then also see if you can just try a small test group first. That definitely helps with budgets. So just see if that's an aspect too. So if you can't get a buyer's list, there are general subscribers. That's the newsletter scenario, like with the Bird Lovers newsletter and things like that. So if there's not a buyer's list that you can find in your target niche, there's definitely, like we said, vendors that people in our accountability group have access to those vendor lists. So those ones, a lot of times they know exactly what buyer lists are for your niche. But if for some reason you're not able to do that, or they don't have a buyer's list for your particular niche, subscriber ones are great. And then compiled lists, remember that's just general compiling, not opt-ins. Those are garbage. Stay away from them. Pre-screening questions. So once you're kind of, figuring out and getting a gist and seeming like you're really liking this list and working with the person, here's definitely some items that you need to go over and make sure that you have all these list measurements. I know some of them might go a little over your head right at the moment, but we're definitely going to be covering that on the upcoming webinars. So make sure you know what your open rate is. For those of you that don't have experience with list building and getting subscribers to your website, an open rate just means when an email is sent out to a group of subscribers, how many people are actually opening the emails, not just ignoring or deleting them. So in this case, you definitely want to look at an open rate of at least 1,000 out of all of them that are getting opened. So definitely make sure that you have that. So 1,000 are actually opened out of whatever amount that you're actually going to be marketing to. The click-through rate, that means once they open it, if they're actually going to read your email and then take action. So opening it is not just enough. It's the click-through to your link. If your email is talking about the offer, and you say, hey, here's my wonderful bird club in the Los Angeles area. Make sure that you guys go and, click here to join our meetup group or something like that. Well, it's the click here actually, means that they're interested in the bird club. They're interested in joining the meetup group. That's what the click-through rate is. So you definitely need to be aware of what their average click-through rate is. From the offers that are going out to their list. And they have all of those metrics because that's a very standard part of list building. Also ask, who are the different people that rented their list? Rentals kind of, same idea as buying a solo ad. So what are different, offers that went out to the list? And also kind of get a sense, like we talked about yesterday, are they emailing their list every day, multiple times a day, once a week? How often and frequency? The frequency doesn't really matter a lot. It comes down to that open and click-through rate. If they're sending out an email 3 times a day, but tons of people always open them and are clicking on them, that's awesome. Now, there's other ones that perhaps they're sending it 3 times a day, but obviously the people are annoyed with it. They're not opening them. They're not clicking through them. Well, you don't want to go with a list like that that's sending it so often that people aren't interested or even reading the emails. Then you want to go through and a blind or endorsed list. That's what we kind of talked about, having that endorsed email. So are they just going to send out an email to their list? Randomly, basically, these people will get an email saying, hey, look at this bird club. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Or as an endorsed, say, hey, I'm John from the bird lovers thing, and here's a fantastic local bird club for people that love birds in Los Angeles. Different idea. And then regardless, you need to insist that the email that you send out is from the list owner, versus sending it, you can basically have it be sent from your email address, but that's going to have a much lower response rate than if it's sent from the list owner, who these people are used to seeing and opening those emails from. So definitely that's a very key component to sending out your email to a list. Also, see if they allow split testing. That just means, if you're, a lot of times if the list is super huge, maybe you can't afford to send it to all, say, 10,000 subscribers. Maybe you can only afford to send to a little bit. Well, then regarding that is split testing says, hey, if I can only afford to send it to 5,000 out of those, let me test it. So out of the 5,000, I'm sending one email to 2,500 and then a different email to the other 25 and seeing which response rate. So see if they're able to let you do split testing in there so that you can know and you can tweak different information as it comes in. Just make sure that you know who the list manager is. If they're a super giant list, they might actually have people that are hiring them, so the actual owner is not overseeing the list. So just make sure you're aware of who you need to talk to. And then kind of tying into that split testing idea is make sure that how soon you can get the live data information once you send out the email. Are you going to find out what your open rate and click-through rates are, within hours, or are you going to have to wait?
I'm getting a static. Can you guys hear Lauren okay? Okay, there we go. It's gone.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
No, it's back. When I talk, do I sound like a robot?
Nope, you sound perfect.
Okay. Is anybody else getting that robot sound? Maybe it's just my headphones. Nope, it is ugly. Okay. Try to remove your headset and then plug it back in.
Okay. This is with no headphones. Can you guys hear me okay from there?
Yeah, that sounds good. But try plug it in because it's better with the mic.
Okay, now I plugged it back in. Can you guys hear me okay?
Bingo. I think you're good.
Okay, cool. Do you know if I should restart something or just continue where I left off?
No, you're good. It
okay,
just happened.
I wasn't sure how robotic I sounded. So no worries.
No, we just let you go on for like 20 minutes, sounding like Jabba the Hutt or something.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, perfect. Cool. So then, like I was saying, just about the live data information, are you going to know how many people are opening and clicking within a few hours, or are you going to have to wait a few days or more to get that information? So definitely that's a very key question to ask, is how soon can you get that data information? And then not only for your own personal thing, but also so you can be able to tweak things. If you're having a great response and open and click-through rates, you might want to buy more email addresses to send to from their list immediately. On the other hand, if you're not getting their average open and click-through rates, something might not be working. So you want to see if you can make any adjustments as best you can to the offer that's going out. So just keep in mind, make sure you see how quickly you can get that information. Then when you're choosing the actual list, like we kind of mentioned earlier, build a relationship with the list owners. But the biggest key here is be confident. If you've never placed a solo ad, you're going to be asking a whole lot of questions like, oh, well, can you guarantee anything? And, well, what if this doesn't work and stuff? You need to be going in there, definitely study this webinar series, get comfortable with the list, the solo ad things. That's definitely where we have the vendors that we mentioned that can help you. That will also, they'll be able to answer your questions. So that way you're not looking like a newbie to the list owners who might end up taking advantage of you. And then also make sure that you just, like we said, the confidence, and also those that, like the business owners that are in my accountability group, and then the other people in Steve's, that's also part of what we help you with, is being clear and making sure that you don't have any questions and you can get them answered by Gil or myself or Steve, and just know so you don't look unconfident when you're going to go place that ad, because they can definitely, like I said, take advantage there. And then with the negotiation tips, that's I'm gonna bye. Sorry. So basically, make sure that you never pay standard rates. They're going to give you what they call a rate card, and that's, for newbies, okay, that's what you're going to pay. Well, once you've been doing it a while, you learn that you usually can get at least 20% off whatever that standard rate is. So just kind of a clue there. Also, be sure to stick to your test budget. You don't want to, just get so overwhelmed, or you're trying different things and you keep rolling into it. Stick with your budget, test it out, and then make decisions. Do not let this be an emotional attachment. It needs to be a business decision. You can also ask for bonuses. With that, sometimes they can place your ad in different contexts that they have, or do media buys and things like that. So the other aspect, sorry, I have to, no, go away please, I'm in my webinar. Okay, thank you. Oh, wonderful. A home remodeling salesperson just came to the door. And of course, the kids have to let me know.
Could have been urgent,
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want mom cramping our style because we didn't tell her the home person came to the door.
Exactly. No worries. Sorry about that. So definitely make sure you do have bonuses. And then the biggest negotiation tip is see if you can strike a long-term exclusive deal. Like we said, you kind of need to start thinking these solo ads are not a one-time thing. Yeah, if you have a horrible experience and get no clicks, well, that might be the list, or it might be you. Most likely it's the list. But after you run a test with it, you definitely want to create long-term relationships with these list owners, because like I said, most people have to see your offer, they say, at least 7 times or more before they actually choose to either opt in or purchase from you. So you definitely need to just start building a relationship. And like I mentioned earlier, solo ads are awesome because it's pretty much on autopilot. Once you've taken the time, developed the relationship with the list owner, and then what works, you don't have to do too much to continue to get all sorts of fresh opt-ins and traffic to your website very quickly. And I think that's going to be where I leave off today.
Awesome.
Cool.
And let me share with you guys that whole automating, right? Because when you first start out, you're going to start to test some offers. You're going to put together a package. Some of you are business owners, are entrepreneurs that have packages to sell, to promote as a company. Some of you are just getting started out, so you don't have anything yet to offer. Like I mentioned, worst case scenario, put together a website or a blog about your journey to success, about your financial freedom. And that way you can document and, pretty much put anything, into that nice little website, right? And so when you are testing I'm going to give you guys the template for offers here in a second, but this is what I meant by having a frequently asked portion of your website. So what you are looking at, this is using Leadpages, for those of you that were interested in Leadpages. So here at the very top, I like to use videos. I've gotten comfortable and they're very effective in terms of helping to convert cold traffic and our warm traffic, people that do know us, do know me, or have come across me somehow. Definitely enjoy and appreciate that based on the comments. And so I start off with a video here on top, but on the very bottom, okay, so here are the package details. We'll review that together later on, right? So they see the different packages that they can sign up for depending on what they're looking for and the different features. But on the bottom, there is a frequently asked questions section, okay? Is Lead Player mobile and responsive? Okay. Can I choose any point in the video for an opt-in box to pop up? Right. So if you are in the, what niche were you talking about earlier, Lauren?
I was saying for like my bird club. So
Bird
just
club.
using that bird lover example.
Okay. Like, can I join if I'm allergic to birds? I should probably get that a lot. I don't know.
Or can I bring my pet bird to the meetings?
Can I bring my pet birds to the meetings? Right. can I bring my cat to the meeting? I mean, stuff that you get asked all the time. It can go on here. And really, the best way for you to fill this stuff out is by communicating with your target audience. What I love about this business model, yes, you put in time on the front end, but once you take that into account, update your website, update your offers, over time, it can run on autopilot, and you are now simply focusing on just the traffic and sending people to the website component, right? Which is fantastic and awesome to get there. And so this is what I mean by having a frequently asked questions. This is built into lead pages. This is a template that you can simply edit to customize and make it your own. That's why I featured lead pages so that you guys can quickly, apply or use this. Or on your website, okay, if you notice under coaching, if you click on coaching on my site, there's nothing on there right now, but I'll fill this in and walk you through it step by step. All right. You could actually integrate all these different things into your offer. And the nice thing about lead pages is you could actually embed, okay, you can actually embed this entire page onto your website. So a lot of robust features, very intuitive and user friendly. So what are the main offers that we are going to use and test out over the upcoming weeks? We're testing three main packages, and I'm going to break that down for you here. And again, these are packages that you can customize and make it your own. This particular package was put together for our real estate niche or our real estate market. Okay, so I'll walk you through the packages and the price points. We have a group coaching component, and it's going to go in at 25 bucks. Okay, the next package is the basic. We haven't found any fancy names to call these yet. We'll get to it. Don't worry. But that rings charges at $97 a month. The next package, all right, there's a call to action. The next package is a premium package at 497. Okay. And then as they continue on down, it's going to be an opt-in box or request for more information on one-on-one coaching and what that entails. Okay. So I'm going to walk you guys through the first half of constructing your marketing packages. Now, and clarify some of these things. So what we're looking at right now are marketing packages for a real estate niche, a real estate education type of industry, but you can apply this to any type of marketing space or niche. So I'm going to convert these packages here and turn and apply it to a couple other niches. 1 second, guys. I'm getting my Skype ringing into my ear. Hello, this is Gil. It's Jiffy Lube calling about my recent visit to the Jiffy Lube place. So not really important right now. Lead page looks really good. Yeah, nice, clean. Again, you can embed it or you can customize it. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy paste all this info here and modify it or make it applicable to a couple of different markets or niches. Let me open a Word page or use Google Docs. For those of you that don't have Word, you can use Google Docs. And we will edit these ones right here. Oh, by the way, you know what? Before we do this, Anthony had that question on how we updated these slides. So Anthony, we'll jump into that one here. Anthony, are you limited on time? Do we need to shortcut, fast track your answer and jump to your segment first, or do we have time to go through this and then explain the whole pages and how we laid that out? So we got group coaching 97, and we just need a 497 package to offer. Of course, you always have to have your bonuses. People love their bonuses. I'm just going to hide my face here so that I can work in peace and get all this stuff going. YouTube channel marketing. This is in the basic $97 package. YouTube channel marketing is where we ended. So yes, bonus training is the last component to the $497 package. Oops, we didn't want that. Copied the whole thing. I am using a Mac for all this stuff. I switched over to a Mac recently. And so like this whole copy paste situation, how that's not working, I have no idea why. Kind of frustrating. So we'll just MacGyver our way and copy it from the side. There we go. And then we will copy the $497 package. Yeah, before we go into the high-end coaching, I would recommend you get comfortable with these entry-level packages so that you can construct your offers. All right. And Anthony, how are you on time? Patrick said, dude, you caved to the Mac movement. Actually, my computer, my desktop, my PC, I call him Frankenstein. I've had him for a couple of years now, and Frankenstein has been awesome. Produced 3 years worth of webinars. But when you try to produce a video and it starts growling like a gopher that got hit by a car, something's not right. It's like, I feel bad for Frank. So we had to get a new one, and my brother was shipped off to Sydney early this year. That's what we do when we don't like our siblings. We just ship them off to another country. He went to film school, and he left this in the house. And I was like, well, that's convenient. Let me just go ahead and put that in a box, ship it with me here into Pasadena. And hence the new desktop that I am using. This bad boy can crank out video after video after video, and it's working great. Okay, so what you're looking at on the left-hand side is a real estate package. All right, and I'm going to modify. Lauren, if the font is okay, or if you can still read it, let me know.
Yeah, I can still read it. It's all very small, but yeah, I can read it.
Okay, let me try to make it a little bigger. Okay.
It's the font's okay. It's just the actual screen, it's just, small.
Got it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so here on the right-hand side, we're going to have an online internet marketing, online income packages. And then just to make it fun, we will do a third one. And we'll do this in the fitness niche. So that kind of paints a clear picture, and you can see how I use this template because these are the price points that we had sold the most of. These are all monthly recurring. And so Lauren talks about what's going on. Photo booth? No, we don't want photo booth right now. Having a passive income component to your business, right? And so if you guys saw my session or my walkthrough video when we did the 20K, a portion of those were passive income. And it was a combination of these 3 packages. So we've got real estate, we've got online income, and I don't know if my screen is big enough to do a third package. That's all right. That's what replays are for, right? You can pause and follow along in the replays. Don't worry, once we get rocking and rolling, everything will make sense. I just really want to do 3 windows instead of just two to paint that clear picture, and especially since we have people from different niches that's going to be updating their packages. Okay, so let's apply it here to the first one, the online income packages. I'll make this bigger. Go ahead, increase the font so you guys can follow along. So in the real estate space, we offer a $25 group coaching component, and this is what it entails. All right. They get priority access during our webinar series. So, in the real estate space, we are doing a daily Monday through Friday webinar series. And as part of that webinar series, they get the opportunity to get their questions it's like a fast track when you go to the amusement park, and instead of having to wait 3 hours, you have a fast pass or a nice little ticket, which tells you in 30 minutes you can hop on board. So they get priority access during the 9 a.m. webinar. For internet marketing or our online income packages, I'm going to modify this to a 12 noon webinar, right? In real estate, we talk to sellers or talk to leads live on a daily basis. So that's the type of target market we convert and monetize into deals and contracts. Here in the internet marketing space, following Lauren's lead on talking to your leads, right, and subscribers, you get the opportunity to listen in live on some of these conversations on how we're converting them into sales, into the different packages and one-on-one coaching. Lauren, you got a copy, or you were able to listen in on some live calls where we converted the subscriber into the paying student. Now, I think the sale was last week, but did you get to listen to that one?
Yes, I did. Very helpful.
Awesome. Okay. So you'll learn how to talk to your leads. And again, for some people, this is totally new and entirely different. They're not quite sure what they sound like, like in any space, you just have a conversation to help them out and recommend a package that best complements their situation. Now, we are also in real estate because of our high volume of marketing. We're giving our group the opportunity to work some of the leads that we get, right? So in internet marketing, this is a component that we can offer where our network, if you're just starting out, obviously you don't have a lot of leads or you're still building up your subscriber base, right? Some of you will build 1,000 subscribers in a heartbeat. Some of you may take a little bit of time. It all depends on your input into the business, right? And so group leads will be made available where you have the opportunity to process some of these leads. For example, Lauren is going to be catering to some of our subscribers where after they join our network or our Facebook group, there is a welcome call advising them of, hey, want to make sure that you know about our daily training webinars. You have access to that. Okay. Where are you in terms of the progress on your website? Are you getting stuck anywhere? All right. So it's a welcome, it's a courtesy call. And because of the volume of leads we generate, our members get the opportunity to work some of those leads and acquire them as subscribers and paying customers, right? So they get to practice on our leads. And it's not just free practice. It's not just practice for the sake of practice and you don't get anything out of it. Once again, the experience that you get will give you the confidence to generate more sales, to build your brand and your credibility, as well as your authenticity, right? Now, if those conversations result into transactions, then you will have the opportunity to earn commissions on those particular conversions and sales. In real estate, the payouts would range from anywhere from 100, 500, depending on what type of transaction it turns out to be. Some of the payouts will range in the multiple thousands. Now, for online and internet marketing, we may be able to apply the same thing where it's $100 for pre-screening, or I think to keep it simple, we'll just go ahead and do 50% affiliate joint venture on any sale that is made. All right, not too bad. We do the marketing, we do the sales, they come into our funnel. You help welcome these people. That way you get some experience. We're working together, so we make something out of it, you make something out of it, right? So it's a 50% affiliate joint venture and it's a commission payout or a profit share. Why profit share? Some of the coaching packages will range in the 1,500, 6,500, 10K range. And those are much bigger one-on-one type of packages where we cater directly to the student. There will be a component that you will handle as part of that coaching. Now, if you're just brand new, then obviously you're not going to have conversations about high level marketing or advanced traffic strategies, right? But you will be able to help them out on the basics like setting up the website and frequently asked questions because you've covered those. All right. So just the fact that you're available and to help somebody, and if they want to talk to a live person, they know they have the support from our network and from our team. Okay. Joint venture and partnering on deals/offers, access to documents and contracts. Now, in real estate, this is a very in demand feature, right? It's a great lead magnet offering contracts and paperworks. Now, in our case, instead of access to documents and contracts, we're going to talk about access to vendor list and marketing training. Okay. So proof of funds won't apply. Scripts definitely do apply, right? To your subscribers, how to talk to your subscribers. Marketing pieces is on there. We don't need any contracts, not in this initial stage. Okay, so we'll go ahead and remove those. Our acquisition team will meet with the leads. In this case, I don't think we'll have to be meeting it with anyone, but we can keep those in effect and it can apply. So for example, if I'm in California and you have somebody in the California market, like we talked about earlier, we're going to have a live event, then we can meet with them locally. And again, make sure they're welcome, make sure they're aware of the support that we put into this. And that we're thinking long term here. This isn't a get rich quick overnight. Our intention is to build out a proper business that is consistent in producing an online income, whether it's a little bit or if you want to make a lot. For me personally, we've set some major goals, and I want to be able to break some records and outdo my performance in my full time real estate space, which is what I do, full time during the week. Okay. Buy directly, wholesale assistance, these will not apply. So we'll go ahead and delete that. Give me 1 second and I will go ahead and pull out a couple of more things. But is everybody following along step by step so far? Yeah, I did cave in, Patrick. I can tell you, he's not letting me outlive this one. I even have an iPhone 5. What a description. Description of what? Calvin says, LOL. I got my iPhone 5 for free, right? I mean, how can you say no to free, right? No contracts. We just get free stuff sent to the house from our vendors, which is pretty awesome. And that was awesome. Yes, I would like the Google Doc links. Definitely will upload that so you guys can copy it. But is everybody clear on the packages so far? In real estate, it's converting really well. We're testing it over the last 2 weeks on a smaller, intimate scale. And it's nice. It works okay online. It works great in the form of a live event or workshop style. We'll expound more on that one later on, right? 1 second, I'm pulling out the rest of my notes. I know. And I'm reading all these posts about the new Samsung and all that stuff. Patrick here says, nice. And since it was free, LOL, I still think you paid too much. Ugh. Okay, so group coaching component, other additional features on this. All right. So we wanted to put together a package that not only and the technical side of things, but also address the personal development side, right? Because in reality, your income is directly related to the personal development and growth that you will have as a person and an individual. The more personal development and growth you put yourself through, the better you are, or you are in a better position to not only increase your income, but improve the quality of your relationships and of the people around you. So personal development is a core component and one of the important things that's allowed me personally to not only grow my own business, but to be able to expand it and help other people hit some income goals, right? And truth be told, that is one of the biggest niches features that people actively seek and go after. I think Tony Robbins's workshops and weekends go for about an arm and a leg. Absolutely fantastic. And everyone that I've come across personally that has gone through those workshops, in fact, I've met entrepreneurs that would go on tour with him, not as part of his staff. They will buy tickets to every single event that he does, and they will swear by it, and it's absolutely worth it. And they're clearing a ton of cash and making really good money, right? So, personal development. So, we are adding a personal development component to this along with an automated marketing system. So, let me just put that on here, automated marketing system. Yes, you can use this video and watch it as a training tool so you understand your packages when you're selling them. That is a very good observation there, Jenny. And eventually, that was our goal and intention with this anyway. So glad you caught that. So there will be an automated marketing system built in, and there will be success coaching by the following authors. These are not just authors we simply looked up and compiled on a shelf. These are actually authors that have a direct relationship with our group and actually provide training and like a live experience. You know, I mean, we're not just, of course, you watch the video, but there are workshops where these guys actually do show up. I'm trying to look for the indent feature and it's driving me nuts. I don't know where it is on Google Docs. Maybe the shortcut would work. Nope, that's not working. Control dot. I already know what Patrick's gonna say. See, you don't know where the indent button is. Oh, I do. Command bracket. Okay. So the authors are gonna be Les Brown, Brian Tracy. I had the privilege of and ridiculous experience of working with Brian Tracy's son in a direct sales office out of San Diego. And I didn't even know he was Brian Tracy's son. Everybody in management was all like, "That Brian Tracy's son?" I was like, "Who's Brian Tracy?" And then when I looked the guy up, I was like, well, might be able to learn a thing or two about this guy. And Bob Proctor. Personally, Bob Proctor's I've just been consuming his content over the last month. Whenever I get into like Hulk mode and get really upset or frustrated, I got to get my Bob Proctor on, and all of a sudden I'm calm, zen. I'm ready to kick some butt and do some killer business. So success coaching is going to be a part of that particular component, and internet marketing mastery. Yes, I have a cheat sheet here on the side. I've been taking some notes and I'll put a lot of thought into putting this package together. Internet Marketing 101. I've done a series the last 2 weeks on website and blogging 101. So they will get access to that. We actually gave that out for free, which is pretty awesome. And you get our 6-figure blueprint. Some of the members are typing here, there's all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize that that's what you have available in your accounts. Traffic generation fast start training, as well as list building. So this is the entry level group coaching at 25 bucks. I've modified it and used my existing template. We know this price works, so we are applying this price point and we are bundling all these different features in there. That's going to go on our site and I'll show you how I'm going to upload that. Okay, now the basic $97 level, this one's going to be a little bit different. On our price points in the 97, let me go ahead and modify this one. In the internet marketing space, our price points are going to vary. I do like the $97 feature, and let me show you what's included in here. Okay, 1 second. So you do get the ability to partner on deals, that's provided, and everything above plus the following. So we may just end up with a draft today. Ability to joint venture partner on deals. That stuff is not going to apply. Jim Rohn is awesome. I actually met a guy that we used to be in the door-to-door business, and he knocked on Jim Rohn's front door, sold him something, and it was just a super cool guy, and they actually hung out the rest of that afternoon. Okay, so everything above plus the joint venture for sale by owner, Craigslist marketing. Obviously, this is not going to apply. This is all real estate stuff. What will apply? So you do get the blogging platform, that's included. You get Inner Circle training and audio series. Like, ooh, what's that? You get, my notes here says to just repeat what is up there, so maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. So you get the automated marketing and sales system. What does that mean? Autoresponder sequence. So for those of you that are too lazy to pick up the phone, there's an autoresponder sequence that you can implement to sell and explain to your leads. You get the success coaching. Internet marketing mastery. You get a weekly webinar, members only. Paid traffic mastery training 1. (24/7) access to all weekly recordings. People love the replays feature. That is one of the biggest questions that we will get asked when it comes to any product course or video series that we do, replays, because not everybody can make the live stuff. And once you, oh, somebody had a really good question on the 90-day cycling events and workshops for business owners, entrepreneurs, and major companies. Is that just a local or is it international? It's actually going to be international as well. So technically, you can offer, I mean, it's a wide open space. We do have people that have flown in from other countries to get access to the training, workshops, and certifications, right? And it's actually pretty cool because there is somebody that specializes in LLCs and the type of business structure you can set up or recommended at the end of the day, which include those that are based internationally. So even if you do have international clients, like some of you guys, I think that is a concern for some people here in our group. They will be people there that are doing this internationally and can help them transition or set up the proper entities so that they can do business here locally. Mr. Kane actually attended the last workshop, and there were participants from Australia, England, Thailand, and looks like a couple others. Awesome. Kelvin says that was regarding. Yeah, we shipped them out for the Mac. The Mac was he took my room when I left for here in the U.S. and when I came back, there was a Mac sitting there in my room. So I was like, "Oi, thanks, man." He just kind of left it there, so I packed it up and shipped it with me. Live webinar Monday through Friday. Oh no, recording replays. Is there anything else? Nope. We can delete all this. Does not apply to our internet marketing stuff. They do get access to a live webinar. No, they already get access to that in the 97. Okay, perfect. So, we got to put it again. Good point. A sneak peek into our business and what's working. Open question and answer, direct marketing, online marketing, overcoming objections. That's too technical. I don't want to do offer analysis. Structuring multiple offers. Nope, no need. Replays are available. This one. Create one YouTube video for your business and upload it into YouTube for your online marketing and lead generation. That was that was an in-house suggestion from our marketing team. Bonus training. You get access on how to build your own WordPress website. Actually, you know what? Let me put swipe files because we're giving this out for free. But in the swipe file, you can actually use these. You get rights and permission to use the videos for your site and promotions. Facebook instructional videos, that's going to be on there, and video to promote your business, affiliate marketing, all good stuff. Okay, so we can delete Skype. All right, so that is our 97 monthly recurring package, what it includes, what it offers. Okay, moving on, we have a 497 package that we are offering. Now, this is a really good question. Monthly recurring. Monthly recurring. Premium $497. What I like about real estate, our real estate monthly recurring is, our $497 is monthly recurring. In internet marketing, it's one time. We don't have a $497 package yet. We're open to suggestions on a monthly recurring one. Somebody was suggesting somebody to ghost blog for them, but the content I don't know. We're still trying to weigh out our options there. Okay, so everything else in the basic circle plus all the awesomeness below. Okay, the basic circle, and what are we calling this 97? Silver level is what we called it, right? Basic, no. This is basic. We'll call this silver. And our 497, oh, guess what we're going to call it? Gold. This is one time, which is okay, right? Now, what do you get access? You get access to Basic Circle Plus, Basic Circle and Silver, plus all the awesomeness below. In real estate, why are we able to do 497 monthly recurring? In real estate, we provide a telemarketing service which allows investors to just talk to the most motivated of sellers or leads. So we'll pre-screen them for them. I haven't had much traction and success in offering a 497 telemarketing or pre-screening for prospects in the internet marketing space. We are testing a different funnel where once they opt in, they fill out a questionnaire if they're interested in one-on-one coaching, and then they go to our call center or our processing team. And interesting enough, I came across another entrepreneur who was attempting to do something very similar. And so, hopefully it works out great. But right now, we're only sticking with a one-time sale. Now, what is the one-time, what does this entail? Okay. Ability to earn 125 monthly recurring. Obviously, you get the blogging platform. For those that don't want to do WordPress, you get the, my ear. What time is it? Oh dear. We have an important call I really have to take. All right, guys. So let's do this. I really have to take this call. I'm going to finish in our series on putting together the monthly recurring packages. By this afternoon, you will see it on my main website. I'll upload the file into Google Docs so that you guys can swipe this and directly apply it into your respective blogs that have a financial journey income producing website. Some of you guys are directly implementing our step-by-step strategy, niche, and marketing campaigns. So these would be your set monthly packages that you can advertise and post on there. There are products already lined up on the back end, which will allow you to generate these different monthly sales. Okay. The done for you component on these webinar series, you're tapping into our existing webinar series. So there's actually going to be a handful more of packages on here. And I will do another overview package, $25.97, $4.97, and I will set that up in like a fitness niche, just so you guys get an idea of how this applies to other markets, other niches as well. So that would be a template that you can modify and use. I have to definitely jump on and take that particular call. But if everybody's cool, or if we can jump off, please just go ahead and confirm in the GoToWebinar panel. That way we know we don't have any pending fires to put out or anything to go. Patrick says, yep. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was I don't know if you guys saw. They are the godfather of direct and direct marketing and mail campaign. And they happen to be a VIP client. So when the VIPs call, you show up or you take the call. Thank you. Let me just send this to everybody that's typing in. Awesome. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Lauren, awesome session. Replays will go live onto our YouTube channel. I promise that swipe files will be made available today, and that will go live on today as well. I hope you guys are watching your training videos, especially if you have access to our ITF training series. Please watch them. I have a dedicated 3 hours today that I'm allotting just to my ongoing education and training. So I hope you guys set aside time, whether it's 5 minutes or 6 hours, just something. All right. And with that, guys, thanks for hopping on. I will catch you guys on our next live session, whether it be on our 9 a.m. or 12 noons. My name is Gil on behalf of Lauren and our accountability rep, Steve Clutch. Thank you so much for hopping on. We'll see you on the next session.